Yes, I do. I do. It's not as much as the women, but yeah, males do have a aggressive attitude when it comes to booking me as a photographer.
Благослови моих братьев, благослови наши руки. Мы в поисках больших денег, мы в деле круглые сутки. Благослови
Pimped Out Radio Show, man, they everywhere.
Благослови моих братьев. Благослови моих братьев, благослови наши руки. Мы в поисках больших денег, мы в деле круглые сутки. Благослови моих братьев. Благослови моих братьев. Я скрутил себе потолще, я выдыхаю.
The best jam I have ever eaten.
Oh, wow.
I have that as a testimonial.
И не играй со мной свою роль. Со мной молодые братья. Мы возьмем котлеты наличных себе на завтрак. Сегодня-завтра, неважно как я. You, эй, yeah. Благослови моих братьев, благослови наши руки, мы в поисках.
Alright, y'all, tune in for another episode of Big That Radio Show. I am your host, Andreas, and I have to my right to y'all's left, Miss Patricia, who has Red Snapper Photography. Came through the studio and everything, so I appreciate you, reaching out to get the interview going and stuff like that. We were talking about a little bit about your story and stuff. So you're not a native Jamaican, originally from Colorado. You have travel experience in different cultures in different states. You came to Macon. You've been doing photography 6 years.
6 years, yes.
So what actually got you into doing photography, and why did you choose the name Red Snapper? Because I think of fish. I think of a red snapper. Yeah, that is a red snapper.
Yeah,
it's a fish.
Yes, it's a good fish at that. Yeah.
Exactly. So what made you come up with the name and made you want to jump out there in the world of photography?
I jumped out in the world of photography because I was bored at home and I just wanted to pick up a hobby. So I just seen the camera at the pawn shop, picked it up, went into Sparks, started taking pictures.
Oh wow.
Yeah, just went in there and just started taking pictures of, because Macon has a very, they got a lot of people that do good music down here. I really love the music area of Macon. It's a lot of talented people, and so I just picked up the camera and just started shooting. And I had PT photography, and then I switched it to Red Snapper because I noticed I took pictures real quick, a lot of them, 300 to 500 an hour.
Oh wow.
So snapping. So I'm like, okay, Red Snapper, because I snap pictures quick, and I do give the pictures in a timely, about 3 days.
That's a really good turnaround time.
Yeah, so I give a good turnaround time.
Like doing videography work and creating stuff or whatever, I love it, right? It's like my new passion. Photography, I'm not gonna go into your realm. Like I'll dibble out because the camera does take pictures and stuff, but the way that y'all have to adjust lighting, color, texture, contrast, all that stuff,
it is.
You can be on a photo for hours, just to make it look like
just
the way you want it to be. And then the customer or the client on the other end might not even appreciate that. They want something else. So
I've had those too, and so I snap them, and then when I look at the pictures, they be really good, so I don't have to edit them. And so that's also another quality. They call me the queen of the off guards. Because I can catch a good snappy off guard picture, and I don't even be trying. It just be like, boop, snap, and I'm like, wow. So I shock myself sometimes about the pictures that I actually take, but it's really, I love photography. I got an eye for it, and it's really because inspired by music. Because I'm a love of music. My dad was a drummer. My mom was a singer, so I'm a love of music.
Did you get any musical traits?
Yes, I can sing a little bit.
Okay.
I can sing, actually. I'm not gonna lie, I can sing.
So what stopped you from pursuing that route now? Okay. Leave that alone right there. We're gonna set that on the table.
We're gonna set that on the table. We're gonna stick with photography because we not gonna do the singing.
So what's been like, the most challenging thing thus far that you say in your career of like establishing your brand and getting out there and people, really hiring you and messing with you?
The most thing that I run into is people. The most problem is people really take me. They don't take me as serious because I'm a female photographer, and then I'm beautiful, so I get a lot of backlash from clientele, potential clientele, and that's the only problem that I really have into trying to get my business out there and trying to get people to believe that Red Snapper Photography is professional, reliable, somebody that you would like to choose. But it comes with a lot of backlash of she thinks she's all that, who she thinks she is, don't book her because we're mad at her about something personal. So that's the only thing that I have it's hard.
Yeah,
it's really hard.
No, I definitely understand that, and I respect women in industries where it's like male driven and dominated, because y'all really do have to step up and probably overperform and over deliver, which shouldn't happen. It shouldn't have to be the case, because I've hired other male photographers. I don't know if you know Zaria Hightower.
I do.
I've hired her on a couple occasions. She's taking one. I like the fact that she has her realm is like the '90s theme and stuff like that.
Yeah.
She loves stuff like that. But she also done product stuff for me. She's done events for me where she's taking pictures and stuff. She did my the board I was showing you in the mix. She did the photo shoot for Mail for that show. So yeah, I love incorporating people and seeing what they bring to the table, and them just being in their element, because I love it, I respect it. I'm not jumping into that. I'm gonna call folks, hey, you know what I'm saying, you can come through with your rates, you know what I'm saying, invoice, got you, let's go ahead and take care of that. So if you get it from the women like that, I imagine you get men who try to take advantage as well.
Yes, I do. It's not as much as the women, but yeah, males do have a aggressive attitude when it comes to booking me as a photographer. And then when they see me and they see I'm really cool, laid back, they be like, oh, okay, she's not about the drama, or real professional. I get in and get out, do my job, get the content, take the pictures, and I go on my own business. But I've had some very aggressive men that likes to grab and cuss me out in the DMs.
They're just sensitive.
Yeah, very
sensitive males.
Very sensitive.
I call them little betas.
Yes, you are correct.
Hey, they betas me. They don't like my aura.
Yeah, they don't like my aura either. So
because what for? Your intentions were impure.
Exactly.
And you can tell when someone's intentions are impure, because business is business. And when you're ready to do business, you do business. You don't stall it out or anything like that. You don't try to ask for discounts and blah 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 and all that stuff. And you don't try to put parameters on it. Yeah. You do the business, and that's it.
That's it. But they put parameters on it. They like either the quality's not clear enough, or $10 is too much for the picture, or no, we can't pay that
They're
much.
They're paying for your expertise. You've been doing 6 years. I've seen your photos though.
Yeah, they see my photos, they see my content. We thank you for going live and recording us. But on the flip side, could you do this? Could you do that? And I'm like, nobody paid me. And so there's like, oh, well, then I get cussed out. Yeah. I get cussed out after doing a good job.
Yeah, no more freebies.
No more freebies.
No more freebies.
No more freebies.
No, I'm telling you, no more freebies.
No more.
No more freebies. Let's see, because people don't appreciate freebies. Y'all don't appreciate freebies.
Y'all do not. Do not appreciate freebies.
You're paying. You want to get in the game, you pay. Okay, so I see the type of pictures you're taking and stuff, the ones I have seen. It seems like you're more of an event picture taker.
Yes.
Is that a correct title saying?
Yeah, more an event, and I say club scene, night scene.
Night scene.
Yes, and so I do want to I do all pictures, so I have done maternity shoots, weddings, but my main object is the club scene, the concerts, the little events that people be having, don't have photographers, I pull up.
Exactly, and I think that people, I'm like, okay, so so we just having a conversation here, just being taped. But that sounds so old saying tape. I love it though. But anyway, I'm experienced. I got all this wisdom and stuff.
Yes, you do. Yes, the wisdom.
I tell people all the time, even with pop-up events and any type of event that you do, have it filmed or photographed, So that way, and hire the person to do that. So you can use it in two different advantages, right? One, you're documenting it, so then when you promote another one, you already have traffic sources, things of that nature, so the customers that you're appealing to will see what type of event you do.
Exactly what event you
So it makes them more comfortable in coming to that event again, or that type of event. The second thing, like if you're doing like pop-ups and stuff like that, and you got vendors and they're being filmed or for photography, you can use it as a selling point to the vendor. Like, hey, you're gonna get guaranteed photo snaps or whatever of you doing things, interacting with customers, and being able to be tagged and stuff, so people can know, and then that reaches as broader. I'm like, I don't understand, because every event I do, I got a photographer or videographer. If I'm not doing the videography myself, I hire someone else to do it. And I'm not scared to do that.
Yes,
Because I can't do it all, because if I'm posting an event, I'm not going to be able to film it, duh. And I got a photographer. That comes, actually I got the one I just showed you, Jerome, Chris, he be at like all my stuff. I got an event if you want to come and photograph. August 25th. It's my cocktails and conversations.
Oh yes, most definitely. I'll be in the building.
Yeah, it's at a doctor's office or whatever. So yeah, come through and take pictures and stuff like that. That way, that's a different type of event.
It's a different type of event. That's why I'm like, I need to get in all events. I've been getting a lot of inquiries about the boudoir. Boudoir, that's
There's
it, right?
Shauna who's in, I believe her name is Shauna. I met her at a pop-up event. She's in Warner Robins. She shoots that. That's her.
Yes.
So I'm gonna put y'all pages together. That way you can get into that.
Awesome.
Yeah, she has some fantastic photos of water scenes and just like, I'm like, that shit looks nice.
Yes.
Awesome. So when it comes to like, okay, thinking of concepts and stuff like that, right? Because you said you've done maternity shoots and all these other ones. How difficult is that process, or like how involved are you in with it, and also with the input of the clients?
I most definitely go by the input of the clients, and I'm 100% in with it. Whatever they really request, I try to give them what I can give in the budget that they've given me.
Yes.
A lot of people don't give me a big, huge budget, so I try to fit in as much as I can with the budget that they've given me. And I go by what they want. If they want going upstairs, going downstairs, laying backwards, upside down, I'm flipping over chairs and tables and stairs, and I'm snapping. And so I most definitely I try to go by most of what the client wants, because I don't want to upset a client in their supporting my business.
Yeah.
So,
but all clients are good clients, so.
Yeah, we don't have a lot of.
I'm just saying,
that one.
sometimes we gotta like really find who our client is.
Yeah, I have a lot of them that complain about the pictures, but it's not. I have more the supporters than the haters. Kind of equal out. So I do have my bad one.
You can feel who's really wanting to support and understand, and then you can feel some people who are just trying to take advantage.
Who just trying to take advantage, and it's those out there. So I've done good in 6 years about separating. Okay, if I know you coming to get a free picture, and I'll just go to somebody who I know supports red snapper photography and been supporting from day one.
That's what's up.
And I have a lot of supporters that I didn't know that I had until this year.
Yeah, like I said, I'll be seeing your stuff.
Yeah,
like it comes across my
loved.
And I was like, okay, cool. Because at first I thought you were somebody else. I thought Red Snapper. Okay, so I know a photographer named Warren, and I thought he changed his company name to Red. So I'm like, hold on, because even your logo changed twice, didn't it?
Yeah, I had PT Photography at first, but I've been sticking with Red Snapper.
The Red Snapper one, did that change twice?
I just only changed once.
Okay. Well, I thought your company was originally his, but then I started going through. I was like, nah, that ain't Warren or whatever. I was like, who is this? I love it. You know what I'm saying? Because I saw the interaction with the page and stuff like that.
Yes.
I was seeing posting all the photos. I was like, okay, out there doing it. I was like, who is this person? I was like, cool. But I saw the consistency, and I was like, you know what? I love it. This person is out on the scene. They're doing things, and they're making a name for themselves.
Yes.
So. The photography, is this your first like entrepreneur endeavor, or?
Yes.
So when you decided
I'm mainly a homebody at home, a cook, but the photography thing and how it then went, this is the first timer.
So when you started this and you told your network, your friends, family, whomever, that this is what you was going to do, how was that feedback? Were they like, I don't know if you should jump out there and do it? Were they a little hesitant, or were they like, go ahead, do that, we got you?
Not on my support. I didn't get that at first. I'm just not getting it. So it really was like, what you doing? Looking at me like, wow, why would you start photography?
So are
Like you
you
never
like
took
the
pictures before.
First entrepreneurial type person within your circle or family or stuff, or
Photographer.
okay?
But on my mom's side, I was plenty of entrepreneurs. My dad's side, plenty of
Entrepreneurs, yeah. I got it.
Entrepreneurs.
I got you.
But I'm the first actually to go out and, stick with it. I started 6 years
Oh,
ago
gotcha.
and been consistent with it and started with one camera. Now I got 4.
That's
so,
what's up.
I just do it by my pace. I never been the one to rush myself with the photography. And if I can't do a job, then I refer to somebody else that's better.
See, I like that because there's a lot of different. I'm like, first of all, there's a lot of documentation of photo events and things being need to happen. So have you considered like also doing videography work as well, or you just want to stick with photography?
Yes, I will. I do videography, but I don't like editing. I'm going to keep it real. I hate editing.
I love editing.
I don't like it. I think I don't have the patience to sit in front of the computer. Because I've done videos, but it's just the editing for me. I think it's too time consuming for me.
It is.
Yeah, so I try to really just hold my camera still the first time and get a perfect shot the first time. So when I do go edit, I don't got so much to edit.
Yeah.
So editing, I'm not a big fan of editing. But if you pay me correctly, I will edit. I
love editing now because I got so much into it. I love shooting and I love editing. Editing brings out this other creative side, right?
Yeah.
I tell people for every 1 minute it takes an hour to edit the footage.
It does.
And like I had a 45-second video I did that took 3 hours.
It's time consuming. Just me putting the pictures up. Everybody think, oh, you just gonna load them up. No, I have to go through and look at stuff, and people who don't want marijuana out, you have to go through.
You're not only just looking at the figure.
I'm looking at the picture.
Background. You're looking at everything to make sure it's all cohesive and it has a theme and concept to it.
Yes. So I do get a lot of backlash, especially about those club ones. I get a lot of backlash about the club pictures, but I've gotten recently just to zoom a camera a little more. Don't get so much of the backdrops. If you got alcohol or something, I try to just not even just put it up. Because I get a lot of heat about people being on probation and parole and
stop doing it. I'm like, damn, you know what I'm saying?
I just got cussed out last week about that. I'm
just saying, like, you're a photographer, you're building with, you know what I'm saying? Because again, like, I imagine you film a lot of artists, or
yes, I do.
Photograph a lot of artists, and they need those performance shots because those performance shots will translate into new fans. And promoters who can see that and see, you can tell by a shot, and you know what I'm saying, you catch the right ones how this person is really doing, even if it's not, film or whatever. And I'm like, that helps with bookings and stuff like that.
Yes, it helps with a lot. So I don't understand that.
But again, we're trying to get people to understand how the industry really works, and on the business side of that, you got to think about all those type of things. So have you had like a photo shoot or any type of work that you had to turn down because they just wanted something that wasn't within either your realm, or they just didn't understand?
Yes, I did. I had to turn down a $900 gig because they wanted video and pictures and more video, and they wanted me to be there for 9 hours.
Hell no, I'm charged way more than $900. Yeah, that's like $3,000
I had to turn it down because I'm like, $900 is good, but I'm standing up for almost 10, and you want video and pictures.
I would have quoted them $3,000.
Yeah, I was like,
no, you ain't got $3,000, then
no. And when I say $3,000, or I tell somebody $1,000, oh, you're not that known to do that. You can't charge me that.
It's not. What I tell people, it's not about being known. It's about, because they're not. Anyway, they're confusing popularity with product.
With product, yes.
And it's about what they're going to get in the end. It's about your expertise. That's what you're really paying for, people. So to get y'all out there,
it's your expertise.
You're paying for the expertise, because for you to go and learn it yourself, you got to invest in all the equipment and all the time. And then you got to invest in all the time. Then you got to be able to get it to that level of craftsmanship. So you're paying for someone to provide all of that in their service. That's what you're paying for. So I'm like, people they got to understand that's what you're paying for. Want quality, you got to pay for it.
Want quality, yes.
So I definitely, so what's the best thing you've enjoyed thus far with your career?
the concerts that I get booked for,
Okay.
those be my favorite one so far has been Drew Hill. Because I grew up dancing in the mirror to Drew Hill. So when I did them last year, and actually Jacquees and Travis Porter and Malcolm Jamal Warner, when I did those concerts, it was like, wow, I grew up on TV watching y'all. Now y'all look like Carol. Yes. And so that's what I really enjoy. And I most definitely enjoy watching the artists do their thing. And they're watching and they're looking at my camera and they're just giving their all. Because I'm like, yeah, get it. Like if you feel less confident, I'm the photographer, like, yes. Even if I don't know half of their songs, even though I learned some of their songs, I still try to hype up every artist behind the camera. Because they need inspiration.
They do. And I was doing that at Break Jam when I was filming it. I told the artists before they went, I'm like, hey, look, give me some looks and everything. So while I'm filming or whatever.
Give me some face.
Exactly. Give me some face. Look directly into this camera and be like, hey, do your thing with it. You know what I'm saying?
Do your thing.
That way when I put it together, that's what I'm going to, you know, spruce it up, bam.
Look good.
Exactly. Okay, so do you travel now when you get booked, or you still?
I'm still kind of locally, but if they pay me the traveling price, I'm gone. Yeah, if y'all pay me the right thing to travel, I'm with you. I'll support every artist, but they don't want to pay.
Okay, so you've been doing this 6 years. Do you set goals now each year, or like how do you grow and expand your business? Or
I set a photography goal, a new one each year. Like especially with like equipment, I got me a goal for what type of equipment I want to have by the next year. Where do I want to go? Do I want to really start a photography studio, or do I want to keep doing it just how I'm doing it? And so like this goal was I want a photography studio.
Okay.
For this year, I want to go ahead and find me a building and build one, because a lot of people don't book me because they're looking for a studio in the studio with the props and stuff, and I'm like, I don't have that just yet, but I can bring the studio to you.
Yeah.
And so you
so
know.
So what's your goal for last year then?
Yes. And so last year, my goal for last year was I wanted my big old backdrop, my name on it. So I did order that one, and I got me another camera. I want another Canon because I love Canon.
Yeah, when you see that one right there, Canon.
I love Canon cameras.
I think I would give me a new lens or whatever.
And I most definitely wanted to get out, explore Red Snapper more outside of the club scenes, do more kid-friendly events, office events, office parties, doctor's office, anything that we can put on camera. Great memories.
I think a lot of stuff has been on camera. So okay, so how does social media impact your business, and like, you know, how do you use it?
Social media impacts my business a lot, but it's also how my business grows. So it's a flip and a con to it. On the flip side, on my personal page, it kind of comes off as in, oh, you know, she's a little dramatic. But on my personal page, on my business page, it's like she's cool, she's calm, very professional. Don't bring that over here. So social media has its pros and cons. Some people want to book me because of what they see on Red Snapper. Some people don't because of what they see on my personal. And so, you know, it's a struggle, but I still stay optimistic and very positive about, look at Red Snapper photography page, look at my content, look at what I'm putting up, you know, just look and book me based off the work I do, not my personal life.
Yeah, because I don't think people should help people's personal lives because they're different in business and stuff like that.
Yeah, the way I get
I'm just basically the same all around. So what you see is what you get. And I'm old enough, what is it? They say I'm young enough to not care and old enough, hold on, I can't remember the saying. It just slipped my mind. It's sort of like that or whatever. No, I'm old enough to know better, but young enough still not to give a fuck, something like that. You know,
that motto right there. That motto right there, he said it right for me.
I just, you know, because everybody's not going to be happy.
Everybody's not.
And you can't please everybody.
Nope, you cannot.
And to sit there and try to take on that ownership of pleasing everybody, I'm like, I tell people all the time, I learned this with therapy. I am not responsible for your feelings.
Yes, I just learned it in my therapy session on Thursday. I'm not responsible for your feelings.
I like the fact that you said you would go to therapy. That's dope.
Yes, because mental health is real. And when you have a photography business, if you don't control your mental, the photography business will control it for you.
Yes.
And you'll find yourself in an asylum.
So what do you like to do creatively then within photography, or even outside of it, to where it helps you enhance your business?
Outside of photography, I cook. I cook a lot.
Do you ever like film yourself or
I
get
go
photos?
live cooking, and I do have a few, but I don't do like no set my camera up and stuff. I probably need to, but I really like to cook, and so I'm a cooker, and then outside of the cooker, I'm a photographer. Yeah,
I think that'll work well for you because it'll open up the lanes of people seeing you. Because sometimes we get put in a box.
In the box, she's just a photographer. And I'm like, no, I'm a photographer, a mother, a wife,
Exactly.
a cook, a singer. I'm a multitasker.
Multidimensional.
A doctor and a lawyer. I'm everything.
Exactly. So have you collaborated with any photographers around here yet, or?
I have not collaborated like this, but I most definitely have got people who wants to work with me.
Okay, that's what's up.
Yes, I most definitely have got a few of them, and so I'm ready to work when y'all are ready to work. I'm ready to collab, like I'm with expanding Red Snapper, even if that means collabing with another photographer. Because I have to admit, I don't know everything about photography, but I'm willing to learn. I'm very willing to learn, very open to learn new ways, new things about the camera, stuff I can do to improve my business.
I definitely think
really open to that.
you should reach out to Disto, Jeremy. You said you already know Zaria.
Actually, Disto, actually, he put me on with 2 events.
Really?
As a matter of fact, yes. So Disto loves Red Snapper. Yes, he supports me 100%.
Yeah, Disto, he's a really good
yes,
supporter.
He's really cool. I love him. I said, I ask him everything. I was like, where'd you get that tripod? Where'd you get the lights from?
Okay, so how about this? I can tell you the lineage of Disto, right? Or like how it all. So you got Matt Odom, who trained Disto, and then Disto trained Jeremy.
Jeremy Coleman. See that? Look at that. And I know, so Matt Odom, he's the one that be taking pictures for the Making magazine.
Yeah, Disto does too.
And Disto does too. They both,
Matt
because
also,
Disto said he worked with both of those.
He done National Geographic and all that stuff. But yeah, I did an interview with Matt about 4 or 5 years ago. He doesn't do a whole lot of interviews, but he came to my platform. He also came to an event I did, the Red Dress Red Tie Party for my business, my counseling business. Yeah, it's like we did that for the to bring more awareness because February is Teen Domestic Violence Awareness Month, and we did where we passed out Valentine cards to all the middle school girls and let them know inspirational quotes. You are beautiful. You don't have to succumb to these particular stuff like that. So we haven't been able to redo it yet because of the COVID stuff, but I think next year it's probably going to pick back up and stuff. But yeah, that's the lineage, and I know all of them.
Yes, and I want to work with every single one of y'all.
But there's other photographers out there too, like I said, Warren, Zaria, and a few others that I've been coming in contact with. My homeboy Chris, he likes to do like a lot of nature stuff. He loves that. He's always out there. It's Crowder Barnes photography. He be doing stuff all the time. Like I said, he'll shoot my events and stuff like that, or come shoot product, and like he shoots a lot of my behind the scenes stuff. So yeah, so that's a thing too. You should think about.
I do behind
the scenes. Needs to be captured because people love that stuff. Every time I post something behind the scenes, because I'll be filming like Cocktails and Conversations. He's the photographer behind it, shooting me filming.
See, and that's what I need. I just need another photographer to shoot me like right behind the scenes. See me doing
exactly.
Because I most definitely needed somebody when I did the Trust Issues red carpet premiere.
I just ran into Centrell the other day.
Yes, he booked me for that. I love Centrell.
Yeah.
Yes, but
okay, so how about this, right? Let's see. I hired Centrell. I was his first client.
What? Wow. Now that is a small world.
He'll tell you too. He'll tell you when he first started, his first paid gig was me. He did 3 videos for me, and he had like a smaller camera at the time. He even tell you, he was like, man, I had this rinky-dink camera, whatever. Andreas hired me. I told him my price. He paid it. He gave me his honest feedback. But he was learning at the time, though. You know what I'm saying? He's phenomenal.
Yeah, that's me. I was like, phenomenal. I didn't call myself professional in real life until this year. I said,
I get it though, because it's like it's this confidence, and it's like learning all this stuff along the way. But I say once you start getting paid or whatever, you're professional. It's your demeanor and all that. It's just you're every year you're going to enhance your skills. Yes. The more you do something, the better you become at it. That's just a natural process.
Natural process, and I'm getting better. I started with a GE camera, now I got the Canon. So like I most definitely understand that concept because I'm going to be better. And so now, you know, everybody tells me like, wow, Ray, you got real better on your pictures. Like, I'm like, whoa, I did that.
Yeah,
I had to tell
they're gonna see the
myself.
growth. The ones that stick around and stuff, they're gonna see it or whatever. And you should be able to see growth over time and just keep getting better and better.
Get better and better.
And you know, moving into new areas and all that stuff. Because like I said, with it being like content is king, right? I've been saying that for years now. And as long as you got the content, and the content can be everything. It's the behind the scenes stuff. It's the setup. Like even you filming yourself or having someone take pictures or video of you setting up. That's content. And putting that stuff out. People see it and they start hiring or whatever because they see what all that you're working with and things of that nature.
Yes. And I put the content up just to put it up. Because I'm like, at the end of the day, I love photography, but and I want my money, but at the same time, I like seeing the artist smile. I like hearing my name on podcasts. And we're shouting out the Red Snapper, and I like hearing my name on the radio. And I'm like, wow, like okay, so all this hard work I put in didn't go to vain.
Yeah.
So you know, I most definitely love it now. I really feel like I'm finally getting my credit finally this year. But it took a while because I gave up 3 times last year. I said, no more. I'm not picking the camera up. I'm not going nowhere. I'm staying in the house because I'm not getting appreciated. But I'm like, but you love pictures and you love music, so keep going.
Yeah,
And I
exactly.
go.
And it's needed.
It's needed.
It is needed.
Because
It
it's
is
a
always
lot of
needed.
artists out here that can't afford it. And I'm like, I give you photography at a reasonable price. I don't try to break the bank, but I also don't want to go home broke.
Yeah, exactly. And people need to understand it too, because I tell artists all the time, when you start getting into putting yourself out there as an artist, it's a business. So stop looking at it like, you know what I'm saying, my talent is just gonna draw everything, you know, just, you know, it's a money pit or whatever. No, it's a business. Every business that you start with, you need capital in order to get it to a point. To understand that concept of, hey, I gotta put money out there in order to get to a certain point and everything, and they need stuff like this. They need
Photographers,
photographers, exactly,
Yes.
content, people to drive them in that direction of enhancing their brand and image and putting them to, you know, on a platform where, you know, they keep reaching higher
and
goals
higher and higher.
stuff.
That's
Keep
why I
rising.
love it. I love seeing the artists that I recorded from when they were just in the beginning. I'm like, wow. Like you're all over. Like I'm so proud of you. I be screaming from the TV. I'm proud of you. But they be like, they don't hear me, and I'm like, y'all don't know how I'm screaming. Like I'm so proud of you. Cause it's amazing when you watch them go from this all the way up there. So I'm like, yeah, I'm with it. Like, can I keep recording you though? Can I keep taking your pictures? Like, cause I'm proud of who you are. And I think people get that confused with me because at the end of the day, like I'm nice, but I'm cheer everybody on. I'm no hater.
Yeah.
Like if you feel like you can get photography somewhere else by somebody, okay, go ahead. Because they may be more experienced, and I'm not mad about that. I have my own wave, and I have my own way of taking pictures.
Exactly.
And so I don't want
Love
nobody
that.
ever put me in a box with everybody else because I'm like, I'm just different.
Yeah, all of y'all are different. It's not the same. Even videography work and even stuff
It's
that I do
all
or whatever. Even marketing is the same. It's not the same as everything else. I'm trying to think. Did I miss anything? You know, is anything I haven't covered?
I think you covered everything.
You know, I've been doing this a long time, so you
I've been
know.
doing this a long time. Yeah, but I most definitely want to shout out to my supporters like Sparks Cafe and every DJ that goes up in there.
Yeah.
Every host. They love me, and I really appreciate y'all supporting me for the last 6 years. It is most definitely, I love y'all. Kudos.
That's what's up. So let everybody know if they want to collaborate, inquire, book you, all that stuff, where they need to go.
If you
social
guys
media,
want to
whatever.
book me, you most definitely can DM me on Red Snapper Photos or Photos Red Snapper, or you can give me a call at 678-891-8743. That's my business number, and let's collab and make money and great memories.
That's what's up. And that's those user handles. That's Facebook and Instagram spelled the same way.
No, on Instagram it's Photo Red Snapper,
Okay.
and on Facebook it's Red Snapper Photos and Red Snapper Photos LLC.
That's what's up. So y'all go and y'all support Red Snapper Photos. It's official. I'm telling you, I've been seeing her work and stuff. So y'all make sure y'all go and do that and support and pay the prices. You know, stop being scared. Pay the prices. Pay people what they're worth. If y'all have not, go ahead and download that Bank That Radio Show app and keep visiting the page and seeing all these wonderful interviews that we're doing with folks, and you know, keep looking forward to more content.
Yes, Make That Radio Show.
Со мной молодые братья, мы возьмем котлеты наличных себе на завтрак. Сегодня-завтра, неважно как я. You, эй.